Hey guys, it's me. Today I'm the one talking and my husband is behind the camera. Whoop whoop. So we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how I experienced Nigeria and just like how it was for me, and you guys asked some things as well that you wanted to know about prevention, malaria and everything. Also because I was pregnant while the trip. So like there's tons of questions that my husband's gonna ask behind the camera, so you're still gonna hear his voice. Say hi, babe.
Hey.
And I'm gonna just simply answer the questions and tell you a little bit about it. Is that fine? If you like it, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, share the videos. It's really good. We will try to really get more video posted. We have a lot and tons already done and filmed. We just need to make them and you will see more of us. Yep. So question number 1.
Okay, question number 1. How was your flight to Nigeria?
So my flight to Nigeria was really good. As you guys know, I'm pregnant, so we're now in the 5th month, and I think the flights in itself, like the takeoff and the landing, was not as comfortable as if you were just, not pregnant. So that was something that I didn't really like, but other than that, it was really good. It was easygoing. We had a stop in Istanbul, which was really helping me to just walk and do some stuff for 4 hours. Which was really fine. Other than that, it was good.
So you mentioned that we were pregnant. You were pregnant. I'm not pregnant. We
were pregnant. Yes.
We went to Nigeria while you were pregnant. What's the main thing that people are scared of when they travel to Nigeria and they're pregnant? What's like the main fear that you had, or that people told you about, or like the things that scared you the most?
So first of all, if you're planning to go to Nigeria being pregnant, you need to be careful who you tell and which person you're going to share it with, because people are scared in general about viruses, yellow fever, malaria, stuff like that. And as a normal person, I should have had an injection, but because I'm pregnant, I can't get any injections.
So when you say injection, you mean injection for what?
For yellow fever. Not for malaria, because malaria, they have tablets, so they have prevention in Nigeria itself. So what I did...
Tablets that a pregnant person can take?
Yes, tablets that I took that are just a little softer, so you don't take that much. You just split it on 3 days or on 4 days, so you don't take everything at once. So this, for example, is easy to get in Nigeria if you know where to get it, and if you know, if you know people, basically. Ask people that are pregnant already in Nigeria what kind of malaria tablets they took.
And how did you get this tablet?
I got it from my mother-in-law. She brought it for us. We got it at a pharmacy. They have a lot of pharmacies there. And she asked around as well for those who were pregnant before and they took malaria tablets, or Westerners who came to Nigeria, what kind of tablets they took, things like this. So I took that over like 3 weeks, even after I arrived here in Germany, for 3 days. So that is something that I took. That was really easy. And of course I had a lot of mosquito spray with me and stuff like that. But I think that's another question.
So I think there was a lot of prevention that was done to protect you from any mosquito bites.
Yes, exactly. But like in general, like people are scared of things like terrorism, things like viruses, things like injections, things that we don't normally get here maybe in Germany, so that we're scared mostly about that. So what I did is that I didn't really listen to that, and I was more praying over it. And of course, you guys know that we believe in Jesus, and we were planning this trip for a while, so we were like, okay, we have this baby now, but we were planning this trip even before the baby was there. So God knows that we were planning this. So I tried to not be scared, because once you're scared, the baby's scared, your immune system is scared, and everything crashes. So what helps is just to really be faithful and just trust God that He's gonna protect you, because the fact is you can even die here in Germany on the streets. So you can die everywhere. So basically just be wise who you tell, and yeah.
So two aspects. You talked about prevention, but you also talked about trusting God for the trip.
Yeah.
So
that's the two things that are really important.
So that means that you don't just trust God blindly?
No, but you're also wise in having preventions, like having mosquito spray, having a mosquito net, having we didn't go to the village side. We were just basically in Abuja itself. Abuja is the capital city of Nigeria, and it's more in the northern part of Nigeria.
It's close to the north. It's not the northern, but yeah.
It's close to the north then.
Yeah.
I'm not Nigerian yet, so.
Okay, so how was Abuja?
Abuja was nice. It was really lovely. It's not as everybody's telling you. It's not a village. It's definitely like a normal city, like here in Germany as well. It has buildings. It is a big city full of different areas, of course, that had big churches. I think that's something that I'd never seen that big before, like a huge stadium that was actually a church, but also a mosque that was huge. So they're more crazier when it comes to building things, I think. A little louder, of course, because the streets are busier and crazier and people are just everywhere. So I think that's something that was really different. But other than that, I think Abuja was really, really nice. Was
it safe?
Really safe, yeah. I mean, I have my husband, he was my bodyguard. No, but it was really safe, yeah. As long as you going out with somebody else who knows the city, who's with you. I personally, because I don't know Abuja, I probably wouldn't go by myself somewhere, because I don't know the place, I don't know the people that well. So for me, I just mostly followed, and my parents-in-law or my husband showed me around, so it was totally safe.
How did the people treat you, or how did they welcome you, or how did you perceive the people?
Oibo. That's basically what you hear a lot when you go through when you're a little bit of outside of Abuja, like more outside place where there are like a lot of markets, and you go through a market, you will definitely hear that as a white person. But it's not like
What's Oibo?
Oibo means white person, white. So you will definitely hear that, but it's not like oh, this is, she's white. Oh no, like kind of a racist way. They would never say that way. They're more like really excited to see you, and like, wow, a white person is actually on this market. Wow, like, let's get her to buy something from us. Like, more like in that kind of way. So not like the Africans, how they experience Germany. Totally different. So it's more welcoming and really joyful and really nice and loving, and people just want to give and just want to welcome you, basically.
Okay.
Oh, another thing they said Oibo, and then they said my bride, because the family and like
our wife,
our wife and bride, they said also bride. So our wife, because I'm married to Ebenezer, and people that knew Ebenezer from the church, like not that close, but people that knew him, they'll come and say, "Oh, our wife is here," because it's not just his wife; it's all of them. So yeah, also that.
Okay. Okay, so this question is very important because most people are told to get a yellow fever vaccination before they go to Nigeria. And as a pregnant person, you can't really get a vaccination because of the baby and because the vaccination is very live and active.
So we'll attack the baby actually.
So when you went to Nigeria, did you experience anything about yellow fever or saw anybody that had yellow fever?
Never. I didn't saw anybody talking about it, anybody having symptoms about it. Like, it's such a rare thing to have. Even malaria, it's really, not a lot of people get that. Like, they take their preventions. If you careful, if you trust God, but you're also careful and you do your preventions, you will not experience these things. And I never experienced anything when it comes to yellow fever. Didn't even heard about that before I even wanted to go to Nigeria and ask doctors.
So basically what you're saying is that some of this stuff are like exaggerated.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really told doctors about it, that I'm gonna travel, because I was like, I made my mind up to it and I knew, okay, God's gonna protect me and I'm doing my prevention. But if I would tell like one of my doctors that I would go, they would try everything to stop me from going, just because of the fear, because they never probably been there to Nigeria. And they don't know how it is. They just know this and this and this and this and this stuff.
What the media says.
What the media says and what people are just saying about Nigeria itself, which is not true. So yeah, that's something that I protect myself as well.
So what you're saying is that malaria is a real thing.
Malaria is a real thing, definitely.
But it can be prevented and people don't have to freak out about those things.
Exactly. So malaria is something like, of course, if you're not careful, if you're running around in a village side, if you're running around without any protection, any prevention, anything like that, then of course, then you don't need to be scared that you probably one day are gonna have it and it's gonna be really bad if you don't know what the symptoms are. And then it can really get really, really bad. But if you know the symptoms, if you protect yourself, if you're careful, you will not even have bites, mosquito bites. I hardly had mosquito bites, mostly maybe just on my face, but I hardly had it because we had a AC in our room. We had I had my spray, mosquito spray for pregnant people, and yeah, I was taking care of things like that. So I hardly had mosquito bites. So yeah, just be careful and trust God.
Did you encounter did anybody like attack you, or your stuff was stolen, or?
No, I never would actually, I think nobody would, I never heard about things like this in Nigeria, that people would actually steal something from you. Of course you need to watch
your stuff.
You need to watch your stuff. You shouldn't just leave all your money, I don't know, somewhere. You should be careful. You should have a bag that is maybe in the front where you just have it protected. But that I would do even in London and Berlin and any other big city, because that's what can that's something that can normally happen as well in different countries. So I never experienced that.
Was anything belonging to you stolen? Like anything that you had? Okay. And how did my friends or people that I know, friends, families, how did they treat you?
They were really, really nice and loving and joyful to have me here. They wanted to spend a lot of time. So basically every single day there was somebody there. It was the neighbor's friend or the neighbor itself, the friend of the friend. The sisters wanted to show me around. So they were basically taking me with them outside to show me to their friends and colleagues and stuff like that. So you would have like a lot of friends and families all around every single day basically to see you and to say hi, because it's they want to make you feel comfortable and welcoming as well. So yeah, they were even overprotective a little bit at some point because I was pregnant, where I'm pregnant, so yeah.
Okay, what was your favorite meal in Nigeria that you wanted to eat every day?
Masa and suya. Hey, Lord Jesus. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't tried masa or suya, if you have a friend that is Nigerian, hey, let them tell you about suya and masa. It's the next level, people. It's so good. Like, it was something that I eat every single day. So suya basically is like beef meat that they specially grill with special spices, and it tastes so good.
And masa?
It's really, really good. And masa is basically a rice kind of bread. So it's rice bread, but it's really fluffy and really nice. And they also put it on the grill. And then basically what I did personally, I ate it together because the suya can be really spicy depending on where you get it. Sometimes it can be really hot. But then you have the rice bread that helps you to calm a little bit down. So basically what I ate was just suya and masa. I loved it, and I do miss it really much, a lot. So yeah, that's something I loved. I ate basically every single day. My husband was asking me, like, what do you want to eat, honey? I'm like, masa and suya. he thought he can eat it all by himself. It was spicy enough to have it for himself. And then I tried it and I fell in love, and he was like, shoot, no, I need to share my suya. So yeah.
What was a highlight for you when it comes to being in Nigeria? Can you just give us a summary of like a highlight for you?
The masa and the suya? No, I'm just kidding. Well, the food is really, really important that you love it. But I think the food was one of my highlights. The people, definitely, the family, the hospitality, the joy that I experienced there, and the love that I experienced there. I never experienced that so much. It even got me emotional when I got back to Germany. And the dancing, of course. You hear music everywhere, and people, even in the park, you saw that video, people would come and want you to dance. So you would dance a lot, and I loved that. The joy, definitely, yeah.
All right, so what would you say was a low light or something that you experienced that you felt, this could be better?
So something that I really felt like could be improved or could be better is the jobs. So you see a lot of people that maybe don't get constant payment, and that really hurt me, because I was like, if the government would invest in that and create jobs that are constantly paid, regularly paid, and well, for the people would love this place more and wouldn't have the need to travel around, because this place has everything. They have the best fruits, they have on the street, they have the economy, they have the oil, they have everything that they need there. So it's basically a paradise, but if the government would really care about that more, it would really blossom. That's something that was hard, but also the electricity. So it didn't really disturb me that much, but in some places there was sometimes times where there was no electricity and they had to put on their generators and everything. And in the inner circle, like in the part of Abuja, you probably wouldn't experience that much, but like more outside, you would have that problem. So that's also something where you can see if the government would invest in that, you wouldn't have the problem with generators, you wouldn't have the problem with a lot of things. So thirdly, something that could be better are that in some places in Abuja, like more of the outside of Abuja, the roads was really bad because of the raining season as well, washed away a lot of mud, and there were a lot of stones and rocks, so it was really rocky, and it was hard to go there with a normal car to those places. You had to have a pickup or a truck that can really get you through those places. So that is something that could really be improved, because yeah, it really would help a lot of people in the system as well in itself.
Okay, so the final question. What's your advice for those that have never been to Nigeria before but are trying to go, or like are really interested to make the trip but are scared for one reason or the other? What's your advice for them? medically and practically?
Okay. So basically, I would always advise to go to somebody, like to go and visit family, because of the experiences that you're gonna have. It's always, if you want to experience the country really like it is, go to a place where you're surrounded by the family, because they will make you feel really friends. They will really make you feel comfortable and welcomed as well. And they can show you around and show you places that normal tourist people maybe don't know. So for any kind of trip, mostly go to places where they're, the natives basically, or the people that live there can show you around. That's something. That's number one. Secondly, if you want to travel to Nigeria, you definitely could get your vaccinations. I would recommend that if you're not pregnant. Get it just so you have it.
What vaccination?
So yellow fever vaccination is something that you need to have. And then malaria tablets, you can get them here, or you can just get them in Nigeria the same day when you arrive. That's basically what we did. So we got them in the same night I took my malaria pill, or I started the process with malaria pills. So something like that is really important to have. And of course, take your mosquito spray with you. And just be careful in the nights. Do not stay up too long, because in the night, mosquito will just be, of course, more comfortable to come out and love your blood, suck your blood. So just be careful of that. Not because of the people, because in the night is really lovely to be outside. People are really, really nice. You shouldn't be afraid of the people. Definitely not. Never heard or seen something hard in Nigeria itself, or in Abuja. Something like, I don't know, something brutal. Never seen that.
Like an attack?
Never seen an attack. Of course, it's different. You have a lot of military people with guns and stuff like that. If you respect them, they will respect you as well. So things like this, you should know. You should know where it's really necessary to show respect. You should know the culture, definitely, and know how to behave in front of older people, how to behave in front of military people or important people, and how to show respect. That's something that I can really recommend to know before you go to Nigeria. That's why it's important to travel with family or friends, because then they can show you and teach you about this.
But apart from that, so basically they should not be too afraid.
No, you shouldn't be afraid of anything.
Stress out too much.
Or don't stress out, because if you stress out, you stress your body out, you become sick or anything. Just don't stress yourself out, because everything that you hear is just a lot of media and just a lot of, I wouldn't say gossip, but it's a lot of propaganda. Is just showing someone weaker, something they think they're weaker, but they're not. So
basically, it's showing the negative part and not really talking about the positive part.
And you hardly see that. So you hardly see something like that, what they show in the media. Hardly. So don't stress out. Just go there with an open mind. Don't have any assumptions. Really try to really go there just open-minded, and then you will love it. Because when you're open-minded, you will experience so much, and you will experience so much joy and love and caring as well, that you won't leave. For me, it was really hard to leave. I actually wanted to move there. For me, it was really, really hard to leave, because I loved it. And you will not experience that in Germany or in other Western culture like that. The hospitality, the joy that they have, the giving heart of giving, even though they don't have that much, but they love to give you. Things like this, you will not experience that in Germany. So I can really recommend to go there. Eat a lot of suya, eat a lot of masa. Yeah, that's it, and enjoy it. So guys, that was it. I know there were a lot of information about Abuja, or about my trip in Nigeria in itself. If you still have some questions about the trip, if you still want to know some things, just comment it below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. And tell us what you want to know more about us. If you want to have more pregnancy belly pictures, let me know. We might gonna have a time lapse or something like that. And of course, we're gonna try to film also anything around that area as well. So yeah, we keep you guys updated. See you guys.
All right. Thank you for being like a good interviewee. I think that's what you say.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. See you guys next time.
See you.
Ciao.
Bye.